Hey, shalom to the hopeful elect. First and foremost, I'd like to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders at Great Millstone who teach the truth and rule well. This is the brother Yatab Yawa'Allah coming back from the GMS SF Bay Area camp. And I got a quick lesson today. All right, Lord's will is edifying. Basically going in on, as you see, I got it pulled up. You got this dude, Captain Tazariot, all right, from ISUPK, and he's on this little trolling podcast debate, if you will, with Matan, which is he's a so-called small hat, all right, but you see he has other small hat guests, all right, but you watch a little bit of it and it's a big joke, all right, and I just wanted to get into this topic of we're going into our conduct, all right, as we see the end approaching. This is all folly, all right, it's folly, and you could tell he's doing this for clout, for getting more money, whatever the case may be, which is not what we're supposed to be doing, all right, straight to the point. This is not the spirit we're supposed to be in, all right. And he also went on another podcast, I forgot the name of it, and basically, the main message is that he's trying to build something here. They got land, and basically setting up something in a failing society, all right, in a wicked society at that. But nonetheless, let me I'm not gonna play it. I'm just showing the screenshot, all right. But you can see them all lined up here, and you watch a little bit of it. It's just one big joke. Okay, now let me start with this. This is 2 Corinthians 6 and straight to the point, verse 3. It says, giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed. Now, I bring this out because, the ministry, all right, it's what is it supposed to be? Is it supposed to be a joke? All right, is it supposed to be something that we're selling people, different land and basically a prosperity type doctrine? No. All right. The ministry is what? Preparation. Okay. The ministry is the warning to our people. The ministry is for the edifying of the elect. It's to get our people in primarily the elect are in that right state of mind, to warn them what's to come. You're not warning anybody when you're sitting down with the enemy just laughing, making a joke, a mockery, and countless times they're making mockery of the truth. All right. So again, you're putting a stain on the ministry, making it seem like a joke. All right. It says, but in all things approving ourselves as the ministers of the Most High. And when you go into the word minister, it means a servant. Now, are you serving the Most High, doing folly? Going on a podcast where you're just being trolled and you're a joke to the world to see. All right. Now, I mean, the scriptures do say, we are if it pleases the Lord with the foolishness of preaching. All right, we are made a mockery, but not in this sense. All right, we're made a mockery in doing the right thing. All right, bringing out truth, bringing out prophecy, not in actually getting paid and doing this for more clout. All right. It says, but in all things approving ourselves as the ministers of the Most High, in much patience, in afflictions, in necessities, in distresses, in stripes, in imprisonments, in tumults, in labors, in watching, in fasting. So again, what is this? This is a solemn ministry. All right, understanding that we're going to have to go through these things. We're going to have to go through, imprisonments. We're going to have to go through that straight gate, afflictions, tribulation. But here it is, you laughing it up like, you have basically you don't know what's going on. All right. It says by pureness, by knowledge, by long suffering, by kindness, by the Holy Spirit, by love unfeigned, by the word of truth, by the power of the Most High, by the armor of righteousness on the right hand and on the left, by honor and dishonor, by evil report and good report, as deceivers and yet true. All right. And this is what it's about. The truth. Okay? Now let me jump over here, 2 Peter 3 and 11. I'll start at verse 10. Okay? Because again, what is our conduct? What is our conversation? What are we supposed to be doing? All right? We're not supposed to be in this especially this time right now, trying to get money, trying to get clout. Here it is. You're trying to convince your congregation or new believers or just new people that you're trying to set up something here. We're telling them the exact opposite. This place is about to be destroyed. All right. Now, of course, don't be a dimwit, a reprobate, and try and just forsake everything. Of course, you get your daily bread, you work. All right, you take care of business, you take care of your bills, and brothers might even have certain pieces of land or certain hobbies of investing and stuff like that. But that's not what we're pushing out to the ministry. All right, and we understand first and foremost that all this stuff is going to have to be forsaken. All right, the Lord is about to destroy this place. This is 2 Peter 3 and 10. It says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up." Again, nuclear fire. All right, Malachi, the first chapter. Hey, the burning. All right, or is it Malachi 4 and 1? Let me grab that real quick. I don't want to butcher it. Malachi 1. Nope, it is verse 4. Chapter 4. Come on. Now it's slow. Yep, Malachi 4 and 1. It says, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall leave them neither root nor branch." And this is what's coming. All right, this great thermonuclear destruction, specifically over here in the land of America. So what does it look like that you're trying to get land, or you're trying to make a name for yourself? Okay, what this place is about to be destroyed. All right, our job is simple, to prophesy the downfall of this place. All right, we believe, therefore we speak. We're not in this thing to get clout. We're not in this thing to make a mockery of ourselves. Yeah, people are going to mock us, but we're not to do this willingly. All right, we're simply to bring out the word. That's it. And Lord's will, we be saved. All right. Verse 11, it says, back in 2 Peter 3 and 11, it says, "Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved," so understanding that these nukes are coming, "what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?" What's your conduct? Now, when you go into this word conversation, anastrophe, all right, G391, it's manner of life, conduct, behavior, deportment, okay? And this is not good behavior for someone who understands that this place is about to be destroyed. All right, that understands, a majority of these people are going into slavery. It's the enemy. You're sitting with the enemy. Breaking bread, whatever the case may be, making a joke of the ministry. That's not what we're to be doing. All right, it says, "Seeing that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought you to be in all holy conversation and godliness?" Holy meaning separate. All right, separating ourselves, condemning the wicked. All right, not over here joking. It says, "Looking for and hasting." This is what we're looking for, and we're asking the Lord to hurry it along until the coming of the day of the Most High, when the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. And that's the point. All right, this is not right. The people here aren't right. All right, going on these podcasts, making a mockery, especially a troll, trolling podcast where they're making fun of you. That's not what we're here to be doing. Okay? It says, wherefore, beloved, seeing that you look for such things, be diligent that you may be found in him in peace, without spot and blameless. Yeah, we want to be blameless. You know, we want to be able to come to the Lord boldly to the throne and say that, you know, we did our best in pushing your word. Okay? Pushing the truth. Not making a mockery. Not trying to get some money here. Not trying to get some clout here. Not trying to establish something in a place that's about to be destroyed. You know? Let me jump over here. Colossians 3. And actually, before I get that, let me jump to Micah 2 and 10, one of my favorite verses. All right, it says, arise ye and depart. Arise from this madness. All right, spiritually. Okay, spiritually depart. Spiritually separate yourself. Hey, that holy conversation. For this is not your rest. This place is not our rest. We are not to establish anything here. Everything here is temporary. We are just pilgrims. All right, we're sojourners passing through. It says, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with the sore destruction. And everything here is polluted. Especially these people. All right, especially the rulers. Everybody who follows these rulers. All right, we're not to be walking hand in hand. The scriptures talk about, you know, the wicked joining hand in hand. They shall both not go unpunished, roughly paraphrasing. They're both going to be destroyed here. All right? So we want to separate ourselves. All right? And the Lord already laid it out. What do? Simply preach. That's it. Put these lessons together, these video epistles, get with brethren. All right? Do the work, and then what? Live a stoic lifestyle. Something to where you're not doing all this extra shit. When you go into all this extra shit, it goes into what? Wickedness. Making a mockery of the ministry. All right? Sitting down with the devil. They're making fun of you. And you're here doing it willingly because, well, you're getting paid. Or you might get a little bit of clout. All right? 1.1 million views. All right? But again, you know, this is not the spirit to be in. All right? Hey, this is serious. Hey, Esau's making moves right now. All right? Revelation the 12th chapter. It's a Jacob's trouble. Jeremiah the 30th chapter. This man's about to come down. Yep. Let me jump over here. Matthew 6. And let me just start at verse 19. And it says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt. And this is what you have a lot of these people doing. A lot of these so-called leaders at that. All right? Trying to make something here. All right? Trying to make a name for themselves. You know, trying to establish land and possessions. All right? But what does the scripture say? It says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So this is where our mind needs to be. All right? In the kingdom. Laying up those treasures. And what are those treasures? How do we lay those treasures up? All right? By departing from this world. By serving the Lord in truth and in sincerity. Okay? By walking that straight gate. And pushing the Lord. That's it. Pushing the truth. Nothing more, nothing less. There's no gimmicks that are needed. We don't need these other platforms. All right, the scriptures say the elect have obtained it and the rest are blinded. The elect are going to get it. All right, they're going to hear Yahushai's voice and follow him. We don't need to do all this extra stuff. It says the light of the body is the eye. If therefore in thine eye be single, focused, thy whole body should be full of light. But if thine eye be evil, the whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve the Most High and mammon. And when you go into that word mammon, it goes into money, riches. All right. And we can't serve both here. So you have to make that stand. Do you serve the Lord or do you serve your own belly, your own wants? Do you want to serve a so-called future here? Okay. And we understand, those who are in the know, there is no future here. We are dead here. So what are we looking for? We're looking for those new heavens and that new earth. All right. And I'll jump down. It says, verse 33, it says, but seek ye the kingdom of the Most High and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. And, you know, you want riches, so to speak. You want wealth. All that's coming in the kingdom. Beyond your wildest desire. Plenty of wealth. Plenty of you know, houses, land, you know, possessions, real wealth, cattle, slaves, women, you know. But what does it say? Seek ye the kingdom of the Most High. All right. Do what's right. Stop putting blame on the ministry. Stop making it a laughing stock. All right. Just serve the Lord. That's it. No gimmicks. All right. And we, you know, hey, this is for those, you know, this is for the elect, really. Okay. Those who will take heed. Because, you know, a lot of these leaders, they're already set in their ways. All right. But nonetheless, we bring it out in hopes that what? It'll edify the elect. All right. And this is what the elect are going to be doing. They're going to know. All right. This is serious times we're living in. It's not time to be doing this BS. It's not time to associating ourselves with the wicked. And it's not our times to be just joking around. All right. For money or whatever, clout. Okay. The message is simple. Okay. The gospel. The destroying of this place by thermonuclear fire. All right. And what? The salvation of the elect. And to be saved, you got to be of the elect. And again, the elect have certain characteristics, and they ain't going to be playing games. All right? The elect know how serious it is right now. Okay? But yeah, you know, Lord's will, this is edifying. Once again, I want to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders at Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect, and above all.